Christmas is rapidly approaching and I always love to create some Christmas themed drawings. So I thought it'd be fun today to draw a reindeer. Now this is a really complicated drawing. It's got so many areas of detail, so many different textures, but my goal today is to show you that it's not as tricky as you might expect, particularly if you break it down into sections. Now before we get started, if you do want to go through this with me in a lot more detail, it is available on my Patreon. Now I have drawings of loads of different subjects, not just Christmas drawings, and I have tutorials including watercolor pencils, colored pencils, and graphite pencils. For every drawing on my Patreon, I include really in-depth instructions, all of the real-time footage, details of all of the colors that I'm using, sketch outlines, and of course the reference photo. I've got some drawings that are a little bit faster, like this one, and some much longer, more impressive drawings as well. Check out the link in the description. So let me show you how I went about drawing this reindeer. We can particularly focus on the head and the antlers because then it's exactly the same process really for the rest of the reindeer. Now, as I mentioned, I find it easiest to work one section at a time, particularly when drawing something as complicated as this. So I'm starting off by focusing on just the head and the antlers, and then once that's mapped in, it will hopefully feel a little bit less overwhelming to draw the rest. Now I want to go about this in exactly the same way as I usually would. I'm starting off by looking for the lightest color I can see in each section. So on the antlers themselves, the lightest color is a very light gray, particularly around the edge of the antlers. So I'm using here a really light warm gray to just map in where this needs to be. It kind of is helping me get the general shape of the antlers. I can see a bit clearer what needs to go where, so that I'll be able to build other colors over here and just generally get my bearings. Now I can see this warm gray not only on the antlers, but also generally on the right hand side of the face. There are a number of light patches, and although they may in some areas be a little bit darker, the underlying color I would say is this warm gray. Now the key to adding in these base layers is to press really nice and lightly. What we want to do is gradually build up all of the colors one on top of another rather than pressing really hard and committing to one color. So I'm mapping in the general lightest areas, but we will be able to build a lot of colors on top of this. Once I've got something down on all of those lightest areas, I want to look for the lightest color in the next section. So on the bulk of the antlers, actually it's a pretty dark color. So the lightest color is a pretty dark gray. This is still a warm gray, just a darker warm gray. And I want to map this in over any area where this is the lightest color. Now you can see that I'm still pressing nice and lightly. This is actually a pencil extender that I'm using on this pencil. So you can see that I'm still pressing nice and lightly. I'm going to want to build up a lot of colors over the top of this as well. Some areas of the antler really do get very dark. I'm just for now wanting to block in the lightest area I can see. Now I find it easiest to go around the outline of a shape and then use some light circular motions to fill this in nice and smoothly. It just helps me control a bit better where this is all going. And you'll notice that I'm not holding the pencil really close to the tip. Holding it a little bit further back stops me from being able to press too hard. If I hold it closer to the tip, I need to have a lot more control over the pencil. Now you'll notice with this pencil, this is a very small pencil. It's getting to the end of its life. I'm using a pencil extender here, which allows me to hold the pencil further back. It also makes it far more comfortable to draw with. So once I've blocked in the antlers, I want to look at if there's any areas where I need to add this in on the face as well. So I'm kind of looking for the underlying colors in the fur. It's worth mentioning that at no point in this first section am I worrying about adding in any sort of texture. We will need to add in some very light fur texture, but I'm not going to focus on that at this point. I just want to get the overall shape of the reindeer mapped in. Now I'm just going to move on now to this raw umber pencil. The under underlying colour of the antlers is not looking quite right. I think the lightest colour on the antlers just needs to be slightly tweaked to be more of this brownish colour. So I can add a very light layer of this on here and it just tweaks what we can see. And actually I'm going to use this same colour to put this down on the fur. So the lightest colour on most of the fur is this it's kind of a yellowy brown. Now you'll notice that I am mapping in a lot of the shapes of the fur. When you really look at the reindeer's head, it's not perfectly smooth fur on the face. It's kind of sorted into some lighter and some darker sections. So I can map in all of those shapes now, and that's going to build up the overall shape of the face. And then I'm still just working through putting down the lightest colour I can see in each area. So for example, the lightest colour I can see on the eyes is actually quite a dark brown. And then what I want to do from here, now that I've got something down on the whole of the reindeer's face, I've got some sort of colour, is I can start working from the lighter colours towards the darker colours. I'm still not worrying about texture. I just want to be mapping in the key shapes. I want to get the reindeer's head drawn in reasonably thoroughly in terms of shape and contrast, but I'm not really worrying about getting every colour mapped in perfectly. So I think reasonably quickly this is starting to look like a reindeer, but the colours aren't right. It's looking way too faint at the moment. It's not looking vibrant enough, but that's okay. We can always build upon that. Right now I have something that does look like a reindeer. So I'm still working through with that walnut brown, that very dark brown. And that's really all I'm doing on the face to start with, is mapping in those colours. Once I've got something down and I'm pretty clear on what needs to go where on the reindeer's face, I can now start thinking about building up that vibrancy. So I'm now thinking about the most obvious colour that's missing in each area. So right now the most obvious thing that's missing on the face is it's not looking rich enough. It's not got any rich brown to it. So let's build up some of this burnt sienna, that's quite a reddish brown, over a lot of the areas where I put that darker brown to just give it a little bit more depth. And I find that for every colour I add, it makes the next colour more obvious on what's missing. So now I've added in that reddish brown, the lighter areas of the fur are not looking yellow enough. They look like they need to have a more vibrant tone to them. So I can add in this kind of earthy yellow. And once I've added in that colour, I now think it needs to have a slight pinky tinge to it. It kind of needs to have a more orange feeling to the fur. So I'm always comparing my drawing to my reference photo to think about which colour is missing. Now, again, I'm forever working in light layers. I want to be building up a lot of layers of the pencil. That's what's going to give this reindeer that richness of colour that I need. I'm still not worrying about fur texture right now though, you'll notice. I'm still working in these circular motions and pressing really nice and lightly. So from here I'm noticing that actually there's some quite vibrant areas in the reference, and I'm going to use a kind of bluey purple to brighten up some of these areas, particularly on the ears. They have quite a strong blue tone to them, and around the eyes. So I always like to practice drawing what I can see, although you wouldn't think that there would be any purple or pink, to be honest, within the reindeer's fur. I can see it, so I should draw it. And then from here I am particularly noticing that the eyes, nose and mouth are looking way too faint. So I can use the black pencil to mark those in a bit darker, and because I've already mapped this in with a lighter pencil, I'm finding it really nice and easy to see what needs to go where. And in fact, I'm going to use this colour to make any area that I think should be darker, make it a bit deeper. It looks a little bit harsh at the moment. I always find using black in a shadowed area on an animal looks a little bit harsh, but we will be going over this with other colours and that will tone down the harshness of the black. Now I am adding a small amount of texture, particularly on the centre of the head around here, just because it's got that kind of snowy texture. It's quite a patchy area, and you can see how fast this is building up really to be looking like a realistic reindeer. It's not perfect, but that's okay. So I'm going to keep adding to the colours one at a time. I'm still using the black here, and I'm going over the darkest areas on the antlers before using the darkest brown, the walnut brown, to tone down that black, so I can go over all of those black areas with this color, and it turns it more into a very dark brown rather than a black. And then again, once I've added in that color, it makes it clearer, the next color that's missing. So I need to add in some more of that yellowy brown that I added right at the very beginning. And I still think it's not quite looking vibrant enough yet. There's more that we could add to it. But at this point, I'm happy to say that the head is looking correct for now. So now I can start working through here on a different section. So breaking it down, so I've already drawn the head, makes it feel so much easier to draw in the body. I once again want to start off by looking at the lightest colors. So I'm looking for the lightest color in each area. A lot of it is once again gray, like we added in before. And I can use the same colors that I used before. I find that that makes the whole thing much more cohesive. So I can use the raw umber that I used for the lightest base layer on the fur, on the face, on the body. And then I'm looking for the lightest color I can see on this patterned fabric on the back. So actually this needs to be quite a bright red. And I can start mapping in all of these shapes around here, just kind of trying to get my bearings on what will need to go where. And again, I want to be looking for the lightest area on the wreath around the neck. So I want to be blocking in all of these green shapes. Notice that I'm still not building up any texture. And then I can gradually start working in the lights and darks, going from the lighter colors towards the darker colors in exactly the same way as I did the face. And then I have a really rough and light template for the body as well. It's not quite matching the head, but at least I've got something down. And then at this point, I can start really refining things. So I'm not going to worry about the wreath right now. I'm going to primarily focus on the reindeer's fur. And I am needing to add in some of the texture at this point because there's so much texture on the thicker fur around here. I am working through building up some flicking motions to start adding in that texture. This is the same method that I always use for building up fur. I've built up the base layers and the underlying colors of the fur. I can now start building in some texture, and then I can tweak this texture a little bit later. But for the vast majority of the fur, I want to be working through the same colors that I did on the face. So mapping in all of those darkest areas with the black pencil, and then going over the top of that with the dark brown. I also want to be adding in that yellow, purple and pink that I added in before, which will really add to the richness. And then I find it easiest once I've focused on the fur, I've built that up. I think the main bulk of the body is matching the reindeer's head. I can now focus on both the garland and on the fabric, that really patterned fabric on the back. In exactly the same way as I did before, I'm forever thinking about the most obvious color that's missing. So for example, I want to build up some of the contrast along the wreath here, and I want to build up some more of the gold texture, really refine some of the shapes on the back. But it feels a lot less overwhelming just focusing on these areas now. I'm not worrying about the reindeer. Now towards the end of this section, I now have a full reindeer marked in pretty well. What I can now do is start looking at the drawing as a whole and thinking about any final tweak that need to be added. So going back to the fur, building up some more of that pink, adding a certain amount of warmth to the reindeer, increasing the contrast on the face with that dark brown. And I'm looking at not only the face but the full body, but it doesn't feel as overwhelming at this point because everything is so clearly mapped out already. And this is kind of the way I always find it easiest to draw such a big and detailed drawing. Once I'm happy that I've adjusted the colors and everything's looking much more vibrant, that is the end of the drawing. So this is the way that I always like to approach larger drawings like this, where they're so complicated, is to break them down into smaller sections. So I can focus on getting the main shapes and colors mapped out in just the face, working from the lighter colors towards the darker colors. I can then do the same on the body, generally mapping in the key shapes before focusing on and refining the colors in one section, so the fur first, and then on other complicated sections like the wreath and the fabric. Now again, if you do want to go through this with me in a lot more detail, it is available on my Patreon. And if you'd like to go through a different Christmas drawing with me, check out this video here. Happy drawing, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.